Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to build a butterbeer cart from the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal Studios. A few years ago, I got to visit Universal Studios Orlando and I had a great time. I absolutely loved it. But one of the highlights was stopping for butterbeer at the vendors in Hogsmeade. I think we stopped maybe a dozen times in the few days we were there. Now, after building the Hogsmeade Village set, I couldn't help but think that there was something missing, and I was inspired to build this cart. Now, I had seen some other mocks out there, and they are fantastic, but I didn't see one that really attempted the barrel cart as it appears in the park, so that's what I chose to do. Now, let's get to the build. Okay, we're going to start the build with a 4x4 round in dark gray, and a 2x2 round in black. We're going to flip this over and put this plate on the bottom. All right, and that black has a Technic axle hole, which will be important. And then the next step, got these curved brown pieces. These bricks just go on around the edges, matching the round. And we'll do it again. Like so. And then one more time, so that we have 3 layers of these brown bricks. There we go. Now, we're going to grab one more of these gray plates and a black. We're just going to put that right on top this time, and put that on top of the brown, so we got this almost barrel shaped. Next we will have one of these brown barrels and another one of these black rounds with the Technic hole, and that is just going to go right inside. And we're actually going to repeat that step again. So there we go. Now finally, for the barrel, take one of these Technic axles. It's going to go through the bottom, right, and right through what we just made. And it's going to hold this whole thing together. All right, as you can see, it sort of sticks there in the bottom, and it sticks out just a bit. Okay, so there's our barrel for our barrel cart. We're going to set that aside. Now the next part of our build involves some plates. So we got these red plates, and then we're going to attach them together with 1x4s. So we get one on the end and one just 2 spots in. All right. Then we're going to take 2x2 in red again, and we're going to put these on the inside of the 1x4s in this longer section. Now we get 3 of these cool little snot pieces. I like these with the extra step and their low profile. We'll put one at the end where we had that 2 space, and then 2 in the middle facing out. So we kind of get that. Okay, now we've got a 1x2 with the 2 clips and 2 of these 2x4s. So the clip piece goes on the end, and the 2x4s will fill in the middle, building up the middle there. Now we have got some 2x4 plates and this 2x2 modified tile. So it's half tile, half plate. We're just going to put that right there on the end where the snot is. Okay, and then the tiles right down the middle. Now, if we flip it around, we're going to work on this side right here. So we're going to take 2 brown rounds, the 1x1 rounds, and 2 of these red cheese wedges. And the cheese wedges are going to go on the 1x4 that we're sticking out. And the browns are going to fill in right here. There we go. Just sort of fills in on this end. All right, and the next step, we're going to have these little, you want to call them cupcakes, cupcake toppers, little frosting bits, and 2 coffee cups. So the coffee cups will go right here, and the little frosting bits go down here. Because if you've been to the Wizarding World, you can get snacks at the Butterbeer cart. So now we'll go around to this other side, this side here, and we will repeat some of these steps. We're going to get the cheese wedge and the 1x browns. We're going to put them right in here. And the cheese wedges will match right there. All right, so it's starting to come together. Now on this end, this side, we're going to do the coffee cups again. And the frosting bits, like your cauldron cakes. And then we've got 2 of these bottles. So the bottles go on the very end, near this modified tile plate. The coffee cups on the other end. And then our frosting right in the middle. All right, so we got the bottles down here, and those are important, but we'll get to that in just a second. So now we have these 2 pieces with handles. They're going to sit right on the snot pieces that we have on the sides. And then right here on the modified tile, I've got a 1x2 snot, and that's going to go right up here. Now onto that snot, I got a black 1x2 jumper. So that'll go right there. And then additionally, got this gold nozzle piece. And that's going to go right onto the jumper. All right, so we have a place to pour our butterbeer from. We've got a 2x4. And this 2x4 is going to go onto the bottles and the snot piece. It's right there. Really make sure to squeeze that down. Now as we start to build up the cart, we're going to have these 1x1 bricks in red and a 1x2 dark gray Technic axle brick. And these are going to go on the top right here at the back of this front piece. Now, similar to that step, we've got some 1x1, but these are snot pieces, and they're going to go right up here. And then matching another one of these bricks with the Technic axle hole. On top of that, I've got a 1x2 and a 2x4. This 2x4 will go on top, and the 1x2 goes on right at the back of that, right there. Now, I've got 3 more of these 1x2s with clips. So I'm going to put one at the middle in the front, and one on the left side, and one on the right side, so that you get all 3 of them there. Now that we've got that, and it's a nice flat piece, I'm going to grab another 1x2, and a 2x4, and then a 1x2 with this handle piece. So the 2x4 goes right on top. The piece with the handle comes out the back, if you can see that there, out the back, and the 1x2 goes on the front there. Now, since we're getting up to where the driver would sit, we're going to use these pieces again, similar to what we did at the back here. We're going to put these up right up top and keep our driver in place if he's riding on a butterbeer cart. Now, I've got this 1x2 with the handle piece, and then 2x2 plates. So I'm just going to snap that on like that. And you get 2 of these. I'm going to put one on one side and one on the other. So you should be able to see how they're kind of coming off like wings now. Now that those are in place, I've got another one of those 1x2s with a handle and a 2x4 this time. So 2x4 clips right on there, and we're gonna slap it on the front. All right, so now we've got this whole seating area is almost done. Now finally, got a 1x2 with the clip and another 2x4. All right, we clip that together. And this is the back of the seat, you know, also where the Butterbeer sign is. And then finally on the front of the cart, you see how it's kind of naked here? We're gonna add some 2x4s. These 2x4s are just gonna snap right there. Oops, so I knocked the whole thing off. This will help secure everything in place. There we go. So that'll just hold everything on there. All right, so we got the front of our cart. Now, around each side, we've got these snot pieces, so we want to add right on there, one on this side, and one right over here. Okay. Now we'll flip it over. Now here's where we start adding the axles. So I've got one of these 1x4, so that'll go across. It's got the 2 axle pieces. Then I've got a round, a black round. Actually, I put that one spot too close, so I'm going to move that back one right there. And then these 1x2s on either side. Really gets you the right placement for the wheels. And finally on the bottom here, I've got another one of these 1x2s with the clips, and I've got a black bar. So I'm going to snap that in. We're just going to put that right onto the axle there. Alright, so we finished the main part of the cart. Now we get back our barrel. And we're just going to very carefully line that up and just insert it right on there. So there you go. It just sort of sits right on top. Now finally, the final steps here. We are going to take our wheels, our brown wagon wheels. We got 4 of them here. We're just going to carefully snap those onto each of our axle points. Right. And then I've got this fence sort of ladder piece, and I'm going to take that and I'm going to snap it onto the back of the cart. Now it's kind of at an angle because of the way the wagon is, but just like at Universal, they've got this little ladder thing kind of coming off the back of their carts. Now, to complete this set, you could throw in a little hand cart and a barrel with a lid. So we'll just put the lid on the barrel. And there you go. There is your Butterbeer cart from Universal Studios. There you have it, a Butterbeer cart from the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal Studios. If you'd like to build your own, I've included a link to the instructions and parts list in the description below. In addition to what I included in my original mock, I chose to add a few custom decals I made for a little more detail and realism. I also created these vendor minifigures to go with the cart. They're made up of dark gray legs, a torso from Flickwick with the gray vest, a choice of head, this dark gray stocking cap, and then this cool custom apron I found. So cheers! This was a fun build for me, and after I finished, I envisioned it as a gift with purchase or maybe a park exclusive. Either would be a dream come true. So what do you think? Are you going to build this? Or do you just love butterbeer, especially frozen on a hot day in Orlando? Hit me up in the comments and let me know. I have more videos planned, so please be sure to hit subscribe and turn on notifications to see when those are released. Thanks for hopping on the bandwagon today, and remember, when you're building with bricks, anything is possible.